What is going on, guys? So here I am in front of that big old piece of shit back there, and you can't see it very well from here. I gotta stand aside a bit because they're doing like some kind of marathon or something, and so there's like a bunch of music going on behind that thing, and apart from that being hella annoying, it's also copyrighted probably, so YouTube wouldn't let me put this video up if I wasn't standing a bit aside. Anyhow, that big old piece of shit is known as the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, and for those of you who are serious travelers, unless of course you're a local from the Balkans, you'll know that the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral is probably the biggest landmark in this wonderful little place called Sofia. And if you don't know what Sofia is, you need to get out more. Seriously, read, fucking travel, do something, put down your goddamn phone. Maybe after this video though. But Sofia is the capital of this nice little country, or I should say kind of biggish country called Bulgaria. Why am I here? Well, I mean, I travel, so that's part of that whole deal. But actually, I came here to, in a vain attempt to move my company here from Romania, but that didn't happen for several reasons. It's not that I have been messing about and just gotten wasted. I've done that too, but not until I put a pin in that whole project. Again, for various reasons. One being that the agencies who actually do bother to answer their fucking emails are trying to ramp up prices and overcharge and upsell and that whole deal. And Jesus Christ, have I had enough of that shit. But also because I guess I kind of got a bit too excited in booking cheap plane tickets and finding a relatively affordable hotel. So yeah, those are someone else's mistakes and my mistakes. So with that out of the way, as you can gather, this is not the worst place though to go, even though you don't necessarily what should we call it, fulfill your actual purpose of going here. This is of course, this being the beginning of June, this is nice and warm and sunny, but also Sofia's got some nice things going for it. It's got some cool metal bars. I've hung out with some cool people during these last 10 days and had some nice local cheap pilsners, and their cuisine is nice. And as you can also maybe gather, that it's kind of a greenish capital, which is not a given. The local people are very cool. Also, Kathleen was here shortly, and I should take this opportunity to maybe tie a knot on that loose end from the last video, because as some of you may have gathered, she and I have decided to go our separate ways. And if you've been following along, at least for a bit more than a year by now, you will know that that is not the first time that's happening. We chose to give each other a second chance, which we deserved, and that was the right decision. But ultimately, it turns out that yeah, if you're not compatible, best thing to do is to go your separate ways and live and let live. But as you can also gather, we're still in touch, and we spent a wonderful little 30-ish hours here about a week ago. What else does Sofia have going for it? It's very walkable, I would say, for a capital. It's one of those capitals where, in spite of its 1 million-ish inhabitant count, the city center itself is very walkable. You can walk like from one end to another of the stuff that really matters in about half an hour or something, I would say. And the countryside is nice, and Sofia itself is kind of surrounded by mountains. It's got this huge mountain called Vitosha over east. So that makes for a very nice view. And overall, is Sofia worth a visit? Hell yeah. I've been wanting to come back here. If you're really fucking hardcore obsessed with my website, you will know that I have an article about it. I was here, I should say, in during COVID in 2020 for about a week, when all of a sudden the bans lifted and we were allowed to travel again. So, and I've been wanting to come back here ever since. So it's not an entirely wasted trip, and I would definitely recommend Sofia if you haven't been here yet. Going to be dropping a few links to some nice metal bars if you want to go here, and I will be back from here, actually, not from Sofia, but from Bulgaria, because later this month I will be attending the Bansko Nomad Fest for the first time. So stay tuned for that, and I might actually, I've been thinking about just giving you a view of Copenhagen as well, because I'm going there tomorrow, in fact, because this Monday I'm going to be seeing this little band called Iron fucking Maiden. So so I might find it a similar Danish cathedral, not not visually similar, because actually I should show you this thing, because it's quite unique in its architecture. But no, you should go here for yourself and find out. All right. In any case, till later.